Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Trishy, and for today's Yin Yoga class, we'll be following our inner wisdom. So come and take a comfortable seat, either with a cat or not. You can have your hips elevated above the knees if that makes your lower back feel more comfortable. Be kneeling, cross-legged, just in a nice position so that you can lift up tall through the spine and bring your shoulders onto the back body. Feel free to close your eyes. And begin to tune into your breath. Following your inhale and your exhale as a witness, without trying to change or relax your breath in any way. Feeling the cool inhale through the nose and the warm exhale. Bring your palms together in front of your heart center. Let's take a cleansing breath together, inhaling slowly and deeply through the nose, and then exhaling through the mouth. Come forward, and if you were sitting up on a prop, just move it off to the side and then come and lie down all the way onto your tummy. Bring your forearms out in front of you so that they're parallel to the front edge of the mat. Stack your palms one on top of the other and then lower your forehead down onto your hands. I like to use my eye pillow to place the forehead on. It's just a little bit more comfortable, but you can use a towel or nothing at all. In Yin Yoga, we hold passive poses for minutes at a time. Staying still as much as possible so that the stress goes into the joints and connective tissues so that they can become stronger. And in Yin Yoga, you want the sensation to be your driving force for guidance. So, if on one end of a scale you're feeling pain in the pose, and on the opposite end you're not feeling any sensation at all, you want to be around the middle. And one way you can know this is if the breath is natural and easy. So as you lay still here, let your breath flow naturally. And you'll find that quite naturally, your breath will actually begin just to slow down. And a result of this can be that your mind will also begin to slow down. And if you're not feeling this today, consciously breathe in a way that you make the exhale longer and slower than the inhale. Take your last few breaths in the pose. And then when you're ready, begin to rise back up, just coming onto your forearms. Then bend into your left knee. Reach back with your left palm and take a hold of your left foot. If you're unable to reach the foot, just grab a belt or a strap if you have one at home. And if this is too much sensation on the lower back or even the front of the thigh, grab a belt or a strap anyway, and that will help to decrease the stretch there. You can either stay up on your right forearm or just lower your head down to the mat. As you stay still in the pose, does your breath begin to slow? If it does begin to slow, can you just witness that without trying to control or take over the breath? Very gently begin to release the hold of the strap or belt or foot, lowering your left foot all the way down to the mat. Then just take a second to feel the release in your leg. And when you're ready, we can go over to the other side. So bend through your right knee, grabbing onto the right foot with your right hand or a belt or strap. And you can stay up on your left forearm. Or that you can lower your forehead all the way down to the mat. Gently begin to release the right foot so that you can lower it all the way back down to the mat, coming back up onto your forearms. Feel your body release. Then bend through your knees, bringing your feet up to the sky. Lower your forehead down onto your arms and just windshield wiper your legs from side to side. Let your legs come back into stillness and maybe just wiggle your hips a little bit. And when you're ready, you can lift back up. All the way up so that you're in the middle of your mat, facing the long edge of your mat. Extend your legs so that your feet are facing either corner of the mat on the long edge, so that your legs are opening wide. Grab a block, and you might want to play around with the prop a little bit on this one. We're going to come into a side bend, so I'm keeping the block to the inside of the right leg. And then when you're ready, you can inhale and extend, lifting through the spine, and then side bend over to the right. Bring your left shoulder onto the back body so your chest is now opening and facing open. Then extend your left arm up and over your head as you inhale, and then exhale. Bring the left hand down to your lower back, and you can hold on to clothing or even just have it on your left thigh, just pressing that left shoulder open. So I have my right elbow onto the block, and you might not want to use a block. You can place your elbow onto your thigh or bring the block to the other side of the leg. Just play with it, see what feels best. And then if you feel comfortable, you can just lower your forehead or your head down onto your palm. You can always sit up on a prop as well. If you feel that you're rolling back a lot, just sit up on a block or a pillow, and that will help make you feel better. Also, if you wanted your knees to be bent a bit, you can always roll up a towel and just place them underneath your knees. If you had your left arm behind your lower back, just bring it forward again. And then very slowly just lift all the way back up to center. Keep the legs as they are. Maybe take a cleansing breath, feel the energy flow again. And when you're ready, if you're using a prop, you can just move it over to the other leg. Inhale deeply to lengthen through your spine. Then exhale, begin to side bend over to the left, bringing your left elbow down onto the prop, raising your right arm overhead, lengthening through your right side body, bringing the right shoulder blade onto your back body as you peel and spin your chest open, and then bring your right arm to your lower back. Hold on to clothing or just keep your palm on top of the thigh. Find a way that it feels comfortable for you so that you can stay in stillness with a natural breath. Release the right arm, begin to bring it back forward, and then very slowly just lift all the way back up to center. Feel the release on your right side and all the way through your body. And when you're ready, you can just move your prop off to the side so that you can gently begin to use your hands to bend through the knees, swinging your left foot forward so both legs are facing all the way to the front of the mat and extended out in front of you. We're going to come into a forward fold. And again, props are optional. I like to use props. So when you're ready, you can inhale, lengthen through the spine, and then exhale, fold in between the thighs or over the thighs. You don't have to keep your feet flexed. And in Yin Yoga, it's okay to round your spine in forward folds, so long as you're not pushing or pulling yourself to get deeper into the pose. And if this is too sensational for your spine, it's a really great posterior stretch, but you can always place your legs up the wall. So you back your sit bones up to the wall, and then you just straighten your legs up the wall. If not, come into stillness, relaxing all your muscles. And again, place your awareness onto the breath. When you're still, does it begin to slow down? And the witness who notices this presence, this is your inner wisdom. Begin to place your palms face down to the outer edge of your thighs so that you can press into the hands as you very, very slowly begin to lift all the way back up. Lift your head up last. And it might feel good just to place the palms behind your lower back on the ground. If you were using any kind of props, just slowly place them off to the side and then bend through your knees, bringing your feet flat to the ground, hands behind you, and then windshield wiper your knees from side to side. This will help to release any kind of tension that may have built up in the lower spine. And then come back center, cross at the ankles, coming on to hands and knees. Grab 2 blocks and place them on the highest setting at the top of your mat towards the sides. Place your palms on top of the blocks. And then you can step your right foot in between the palms. So the blocks actually help you to lift up taller so that gravity isn't guiding you too much into your head and neck and shoulders. And then I like to use my meditation pillow just underneath the left thigh so that I can just gradually lower down into it, but this is optional for you. Keep both hips facing forward, and this is a little bit more of a challenging pose in Yin Yoga, but it really does help you to find more ease when something is physically challenging, and that's one of the great things about Yin Yoga. So try as much as you can to balance the weight evenly between both hands. Feel free to close your eyes. And again, refocus your awareness on the breath. If you had a prop underneath your left thigh, just move it off to the side and then step your right foot back to meet the left. Keep your palms on top of the blocks, bring your big toes to touch, and then sink your hips back to the heels. If you're unable to sit your forehead all the way down onto the mat in child's pose, just bring your palms back onto the ground. And then you can just roll your wrists a little bit, just get the energy moving there. When you're ready, no rush, lift back up and then step your left foot in between the palms. Again, you can use a pillow or a prop or a block to place under the left thigh, but that's entirely up to you. Try to distribute the weight evenly between both palms, letting gravity lower the hips, forward and down. Reach deeply into the present moment so that you can find your ease in dis-ease. Go ahead and step the left knee all the way back to meet the right. If you're using a prop on your thigh, just move it off to the side. Then you can place both palms onto the block, bring your knees wide, big toes touch, forehead down to the mat. Again, if you can't get your forehead down to the mat, you can always bring a block underneath or just bring your palms off the blocks. Then lift all the way back up. Remove your blocks off to the side and then lower all the way down onto your tummy like we did at the beginning of class. Bringing your forehead, or your forearms rather, parallel to the short edge of your mat and then lowering your forehead all the way down onto the palms. You can use a pillow, an eye pillow, or a towel rolled up to bring your forehead down on. And then you can just wiggle your hips from side to side a little bit before coming into stillness again. Slow your breath again naturally on its own, and then witness your mind begin to slow as well. If that's not happening naturally, just extend the exhale longer than the inhale. Slowly lift back up and then flip over all the way onto your back. And then extend through the legs, relaxing them completely. If you have an eye pillow in your practice, you can gently put it over your eyes. Bring the shoulders onto the back body with your palms facing up. Scan your body. Relax every muscle. Including the facial muscles, the ones around your eyes and jaw. This is the time to let your body heal before moving on with the rest of your day. Bring some energy into your fingers and toes as you begin to stretch them out in order to wake up. Feel free to reach your arms overhead and take a really nice long stretch. If you're using an eye pillow, take it off slowly so you're not jarring your eyes. And then bend your knees, roll over to one side, and come and take a comfortable seat. Place your palms wherever they feel comfortable to you. Just see how you feel now after your practice. Bring your palms together in front of your heart space. Let's finish with a cleansing breath together. Inhaling deeply through the nose and then exhaling through the mouth. Thank you so much for practicing today with me. I hope you have a beautiful, beautiful day. And if you enjoyed this class, please subscribe to my channel. I put out new classes full length every single Friday. Thank you so much. Namaste.